Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with another video, ladies and gentlemen. And today we're going to be diving into Arcana Tactics. That is right, this is going to be a brand new game brought to you guys by Gameville. We did cover a CBT on this game in the past, so if you haven't checked that out, you can check that out here on screen. But today we're going to be diving into the official global launch. We're going to be giving you guys my take on the game. Anything has changed from the CBT, and not only that, last but not least, is it worth diving into? So, without further ado, as always, if you haven't had a chance, please be sure to smash that red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you get notification every time we drop a video. And with that being said, let's dive right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, so the first thing we need to do is that's going to be breaking into some combat, because if you don't already know, every first impressions, we always do combat first, because for the most part, it's going to make or break the game for most people. If you guys don't like the combat, you're going to be spending all of your time in the game in the combat system in some sort of way, so if you don't like it, then it's not going to be for you, so we're going to hop in here. So the first thing you could see is that the combat system, or at least the story mode, is broken up into individual chapters, and then, yep, you guessed it, underneath each one of those chapters you have individual nodes, and then you can also 1, 2, and 3 star those each individual nodes. And then, yeah, of course, how do exactly do you 3 star some of those nodes? Well, you can see exactly what the goals are specifically and what you have to do. If you scroll down here to the challenges, what you have to do in order to get all 3 stars, and then what bonus rewards you get for getting all 3 stars. We're gonna go ahead and hop in here into a match. Now, this is a stamina driven game. As you saw there, we consumed 12 stamina in order to enter this fight, and it's kind of sad because we're not going to finish this fight. We're actually going to go ahead and just leave it after we get in here, but I'm going to show you the basic gist of combat. Now, there's a little bit of story here. Now, the combat system, as you can see here, is a grid-based system. You're going to start off with a handful of characters. There is a shop. In this shop, you can buy a handful of different, heroes. You can then refresh this list to get additional ones, and then they also have a cube shop, which then allows you to do additional things, like expand the amount of heroes you can place on the field, like convert items to gems, summon additional heroes, items, that sort of thing. So we're gonna go ahead and place a couple heroes here on the field. And again, as you can see, our limit is going to be 4 heroes currently at the point in the game that we are on. You can see the 2 currency, we have 0 of each because we have not done anything. So we're going to go ahead and click the start button, and we're going to let our characters fight amongst themselves. Now, keep in mind, there is a fast forward feature, which is what we've got ticked on right here. The game will start like this, but if you click this item here, it will speed up the abilities. Now, there is no manual combat system in the game. You're not clicking abilities, you're not doing anything like that. Where the strategy comes in this type of combat system is going to be in the characters that you collect, and then also the combinations that you make. So to give you guys an example, if I click here on the rogue that we currently have summoned, you can see if I combined it with any of the characters up here at the top row, I will make the characters on the bottom row. So to give you guys an example, I did just collect a swordsman from completing that round, and then combine the swordsman with the rogue will make what they call a 2-star ninja. The same thing goes with like a cleric. If I combine the cleric with the wizard that I have over here on the side, it will make a druid, and so on and so forth. Now, the next thing, so to give you guys an example here, we'll just go ahead and combine this just to show you exactly how that system works. But the other thing that I want to show you guys is there is also a index in the game. Yeah, this is absolutely overwhelming when you see the index, but it's actually very, very well designed in my opinion. That shows you all of the characters, even the ones that have locks on them that you can't actually partake in or do anything with until you specifically gotcha for them. We'll get into that later on in the video when we jump into some summons, but nevertheless, you can see by clicking on one of these here, you can see exactly how that tree line manifests from that specific character. So to give you guys an example, we had a rogue. We can see that combining the rogue with another rogue, for instance, will make an assassin, and then so on and so forth, and you can see exactly what they manifest into from that. The same thing goes if you were to come down here and you were to click on an archmage, for instance, you can see that it takes an invoker and a warlock to make one. Then you can see to make these 2 items, it takes an enchanter, sorceress, assassin, and then all the way down to your 1-star units. Again, it's a very, very awesome system that they have in play. But again, that's going to be pretty much straightforward when it comes to combat. This is just a highlight. I'm not going to dive too deep into any, specific strategies or anything like that. More videos on that stuff to come in the future. But again, like I said, pretty straightforward. You're going to be able to just click, combine heroes, And then that's pretty much how the game is actually played when it comes to combat. The next thing up that you can do is you can buy some random heroes here. We got unlucky, got another cleric. But anyways, you get the point. That's pretty much how the combat system works. Now, every single one of the individual nodes can be all the way up to 10 or 12 rounds or waves, as you can see here at the top of the screen with the timer. Once that timer goes down, then the round is basically either over or the next round is starting. And how that exactly does that work is once you get to a specific round or specific wave, then you actually summon a boss. Now that boss is going to be a lot tougher than the other enemies. They actually have a boss bar that pops up on the side of the screen, and with that being the case, again, it's going to be something that you're going to, at that point, basically have to strategize a little bit more and really dive deep into your team composition to really find out, you know, is that strategy going to work for that specific boss? Now, I will tell you 100%, early game, especially on those early nodes, there's not going to be a whole lot of, you know, team composition or strategy that's going to go into beating the individual stages. A lot of those early stages are very, very easy, you know, to basically complete just by pretty much manifesting and combining whatever heroes that you can actually build at that specific level in that specific wave. Again, don't stress it too much early game. Once you get to like chapter 7, I believe, and maybe chapter 6, maybe 6.5, somewhere around in there, I do know that it starts to get a little bit harder and a little bit tougher. So you do have to kind of strategize and figure out what exact, you know, heroes that you want to play, you know, that you want to focus on building and that sort of thing, because that leads us into the next part of the video, and that's going to be diving into the actual heroes. Now, there is just a mega ton of heroes that the game gives you for free. So as you can see here, we're just going to scroll down and show you some of the 1-stars, the 2-star heroes. They do have a filtering system on the left-hand side, so you can actually filter them per class. You can filter them per the ones that you actually own versus the one that you don't, etc. But the game even goes a step further by giving you the ability to upgrade that specific class or that specific hero. So to give you guys an example here, we have a couple of these that got shards on them, so I'll just click on one of these 3-stars here. To show you the Highlander, for example, you can look at the Highlander, you can check out the skills that the Highlander currently has, but what's very cool is you can actually spend in-game gold. So you can see up here to the top left-hand corner, you can spend in-game gold plus with these shards or whatever you want to call these things, and this is pretty much what you get out of the gacha, out of the summons, but you can spend both of those items to then level up this specific class. Now, by doing a level up, we're just going to go ahead and use one here. Now, again, I don't suggest wasting your resources, but I just want to show you guys exactly how the system works. So you can see by clicking the level up button, combining those shards and that gold, it obviously increases all of the base stats for that specific hero, so then that way when we start to utilize that hero in the individual battles, then boom, she will do additional damage. And not only that, like I said, that's going to be why later game it's going to come, you know, very important to really niche down and pick and choose who exactly you want to try to focus building in those individual matches, and that's who you're pretty much aiming for on a lot of the matches, you know, to make sure that you're getting the most out of those heroes because you have pumped additional stats into those specific classes. Now, next thing up that we got currently is going to be the Arcana card system in the game. So if you don't already know, currently right now, this is probably one of the most important things that I can stress to new players or starters in the game, or maybe you're watching this video before actually diving into the game, and this is going to be something very, very crucial. So down below in the description, I have placed a link to a Google document. Now, I do not own this Google document, and thank you very much for anybody out there in the community who actually has created the document, but I picked up this Google Doc from the official Discord for Arcana Tactics, and nevertheless, the document's very cool because what it does is it breaks down the individual cards that the game gives you for free. So the game actually gives you one of these cards on this list. Now, on this Google documentation, you can see that on the far right-hand side, so on the left-hand side, you've got all of the names of the cards. In the center, it breaks down the description of those cards and what exactly those cards do on each and every one of them. And last but not least, on the right-hand side, you can see the birthday that the character or somebody has put into the game that then has awarded this specific card. So to give you guys an example, you know, the one that you see right here on my screen, Temperance, it basically says on the right-hand side, May 6, 1911. So you don't have to actually put 1911, you can put another year in there, and it doesn't have to be exactly May 6, but nevertheless, these dates on the right-hand side have been confirmed to award those specific cards. So how exactly does this benefit starters or beginners? Well, that's going to be because if you want a specific card or Arcana card, then I would highly suggest that you get in there and just utilize one of these birthdays on the right-hand side to collect the specific card that you want. Now, I didn't already know about this prior to diving into the game, so therefore we got stuck with this card, but that's a-okay. I'm not upset about it. I think it's going to be a decent card because the boss rounds in most of the fights are going to be pretty tough, but that's not going to be obviously not the best card that you could probably pick, at least not for me anyways, but nevertheless, you know, get in there, jump into the Google document and utilize whatever card you see fit. But that's going to be pretty much how the system works. The card is going to do a specific you know, buff or a stat, or it's going to aid in something in the individual rounds. And then not only that, as you level up your account, you can unlock additional cards that you can then equip. And then as you can see here, once we get later on the game, like 6-10 and 8-12, you can unlock even additional slots to add more cards. Now, when we dive into each one of these individual cards, you can actually enhance them. Now, enhancing them, for instance, will consume other cards or cards exactly like it in order to level it up to basically increase that buff or that stat that is currently on it. And then last but not least, you can even awaken the cards to do additional options and additional substats. So again, it's very, very well done in my opinion. Not only are you, summoning for individual heroes, but you're also summoning for individual cards. And then last but not least, that does dive us into the summoning session for the official video. And as you already know, we've saved up all of our free currency that the game has given us, and not only that, we've got the currency from the redemption codes. If you don't already know, if you have not seen the redemption code video, that video also will be at the end of this video, so you can head over there and get those redemption codes right away, baby, so you can pop off some summons. So without further ado, let's dive right into some summons. So the first thing we're going to be doing is I'm going to probably pop off the first couple free cards that the game gives us. So if you don't already know from just diving into the game and playing, I believe everybody gets these. So we did get a 3-star, very nice. We got a Necromancer, very, very nice. And then, by the way, if you don't already know, this is going to be exactly how you unlock the heroes in the game, at those higher tiers. So 4 stars, 3 stars, 5 stars, things like that. If you've already been playing the game a little bit, you know exactly what I mean. If you're in combat and you're trying to make anything higher than a 3-star, you need to unlock it. Oh, nice. Trickster. We've got a 4-star Trickster for the very first time. Dude, very, very cool looking. I love the character's 2D art, by the way. I think they've done a phenomenal job with the 2D art in the game. I know that the chibi art necessarily isn't everybody's forte. Some people like it, some people don't, that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, I think the 2D art is absolutely fantastic. So again, all right, so we finished all of our free cards here. Very nice. We got 1 4-star. That was the Trickster out of those free cards. Now let's go ahead and dive in, baby, and let's do some 8 pulls. So let's see exactly what we get here. So the first one up we've got is going to be, we did get a 5-star. We got a 5-star and a 4-star. The 5-star is going to be Sage, and the 4-star is going to be a Shadow Dancer. Very, very nice. So do we get a little animation here? Yeah, we do. Look at that, baby. She looks like she is a support class unit. Very cool. We got a couple 3-stars here. We got a 4-star Shadow Dancer. Very nice. Okay, so starting off pretty good with our summoning session, baby. Oh yeah, dude, I'm super excited here. Let's see what we got for another 8 pull. All right, so we did get another 4-star. We got a Windwalker, though. Not bad. And we got also, what is this, Eldritch? Is that how you say that? A very cool looking guy as well. Like I said, man, the 2D art, I just, look at this Green Arrow chick. That's in every single gacha game, RPG. But alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I'm going to burn all of my summoning tickets, but I did want to just, let you guys see the summoning session, the summoning animation. I guess we didn't really cover a whole lot in the shop with, pretty much straightforward with all the other shops. You can buy individual packages. You can buy currency. Yes, you can buy in-game currency. That's how they make money, so that is what it is. And they do also have a skin system. So again, very, very cool. If you're into collecting cosmetics, man, this is it right here. So you can collect the individual cosmetics. And then they do have some general stuff in here. You can collect individual shops. It looks like there's going to be some limits on some of the stuff. It looks like you can do 1 or 2 refreshes basically for free in the shop. I don't know how often this will reset. I don't know if it will be daily or anything. And then last but not least, they do have a secret market that unlocks at 7/12. So we're not exactly there yet, but when we do, like I said, more videos to come. But that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I am super impressed with the game so far. I did play it in CBT. I absolutely am having a blast playing it. If you don't already know, me and my man Alex are both diving into it, and once we get to the multiplayer, baby, I'm super excited to actually dive into that and show you guys some of the multiplayer stuff, because I think it's very, very cool, and I think that they've done a really good job with just bringing some variety to the mobile gaming space. But that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notification every time we drop a video, and I will see you guys in the next one.